Welcome back to the game and Beyond Our Reason. Our retrospective again on the reason, should I say. And yes, Piggy is on the battlefield again. For some reason, this was the first game of the day, although that's not really an excuse to be quite frank. But I'm going to use it. I don't know what I was doing. For some reason, I reverted back to my old player, and it was terrible. But anyway, let's just meet the other commanders. Now, these two are really quite experienced players, and obviously, Devil Q3 and myself are really lost. So the law of averages is we're going to lose anyway against our respective players. But AZZ is doing a normal Cortex build. Slightly different. Normally you would go to wind turbines, but he's decided to do the solar. Now, really, in this is... I'll talk about that. I only realised after. I don't know why I didn't realise at the time. I should have... Like I said, it's first game, and I thought, oh, I'll just have a game now, and my mind just was all over the place. I don't know why. We got a Legion. Apex a new, and yeah. So I think he asked for the pack to be turned on. Actually, it wasn't turned on originally. And then we got WLP3. So we've got me at him at 2, me at 3, and I don't know what these were class, but obviously, as I said, he's way higher than I am. So it would have been nice for myself and Devil to be playing against these, because it would have been more even, and then them two would have gone. But the outcome would have been no different in some respect. So, like I said, I've decided to get some ticks out, which isn't too bad, but I'm just making so many mistakes here. This isn't enough win to start with. What I should have done was thinking, wait a minute, he's not going to come right out at me. Why don't I build like 6 to 8 win to start with, then get the constructors out, get them to start building win. Once that's out, start moving myself out. And that's what I should be doing. Now look at the alternative. He's got the solars going. Wind is absolutely terrible. So that's my other problem. I've got wind and I shouldn't be. I started to build solars. That was fine. Let's go back to our Legion player. He's already he's using his commander to build a load of the wind turbines. The Legion version. They are quite nice actually. I think they look better than the Cortex or the Armada version, but it is what it is. I then decided to just get some pawns out, but I should have been moving out by now. You see, I did this and sort of protected myself. I realised later on, wait a minute, I should have been eating some of this up. Yeah, I'm just making failures that I should know better by now and not doing it. But anyway, let's go to Devil. He is a little bit different than mine, not too much. He's got some, looks like some blitz out, as far as I can tell. Yeah, some blitz. I don't know whether he's going to send them up there, but it would be nice to harass his component. Now, his opponent, sorry. Ticks won't go through this, so there was no point in me trying to go to the other side for a start off. But this is obviously a natural barrier, so really what we're doing, we're playing each other. It's really a 1v1 to start with. It's not a bad map. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy the map, but I just made failings that I should not be making at a bit more experience. Look, I'm stalling on metal for a start off. That's why I should have had the Lazarus to get this. I should have had some energy storage for another problem. I was making so many stupid mistakes. And my brain just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. It needs to be waking up. As I'm getting older, I can't just sit down. I should realise now. Now I see the commander, so I know how far he's at. That's what I was looking for, you see. As I get older, I can't do what I was doing when I was a kid, where like 2 minutes I could just like get up, be on a PC or in that time it was probably an Amiga or something like that, Commodore Amiga or something like that. And be away just playing a game or something, you know what I mean? Before breakfast or what. I can't do that now. I think my brain's still in sleep mode. Although I must admit, I'm not the greatest of sleeper in the last years, but anyway, that's a different story. Right, so where we heading on all our subject player. So Blue's really pushing out. He's got at least maybe almost half of his side, but certainly the quarter. I would say I've almost got the least here, but this is terrible. Absolutely. Do you know, I'm so upset with myself. And this is even weirder. Now, I did set these to be done. But I don't know what happened, because I don't think they did them. Or something else happened. I have no idea. Yeah, I did build them. But when I looked later, they weren't there. So I don't know what happened. Constructors going around and just... I think with this is you need to send a load of cons out to start. The thing is that I thought... What I generally thought is AZZ would have pushed quite quickly, but he didn't. So that threw me off a little bit, I suppose. Now, I am taking out a lot of this infrastructure here. I'm just trying to see it. I've got a couple of pawns. Now, the Rocketeers will fire at this and take this out. I probably should have carried on there, and because he hasn't really got that much, so the thugs are now pushing forward. He hasn't got a lot, but he is starting to push and send this lot out now. But he's got a lot of metal. See, that's the problem. And I haven't got enough. I've got the 2E here. I should have started sending some cons early on to get this, and this, and this. Look at how much there was here. There's so many problems that I said to myself what I should have been doing, and if you're just starting, look around the map. Use the map. And I didn't use the map while I was waiting to play, because obviously we had to wait a few seconds because one of the lads had to, I think it was Devil actually, had to download the map. And so it was a few minutes waiting. I mean, I must admit, I just come on here and it started within no time, which sometimes you can play half an hour and don't even get a chance to play. So that's why I said, no, I'll do it straight away. Devil is still building his infrastructure. It just shows how different from even like mine, and I should be playing better by now. And I know how to do it. It just, you know, a lot of the time, it just whoop, it goes in my mind. And whether that's a problem of me not waking up or just completely forgetting, and you know what I mean. I think sometimes I do genuinely think sometimes it's because I've been playing the scenarios. I fall back into that you don't do what you do in multiplayer, and because I've been playing them to obviously get through them for your enjoyment, if you like that sort of thing, I get used to playing them and not actually playing it right, if you get what I mean. So we got to, he's still coming out. He's protecting his lines here. Nice player. Doing what I'm doing, I've got some protection around just to make sure, and obviously I can see far enough. I didn't see him, must admit. So now get me more metal. But I should have been just pushing this down here. I should have just had a con. It didn't even matter if you were going to lose him, because that means he would have had to start. I should have got a few and started moving around the map at the top. That was certainly, although he's got obviously the exploiter on that, which is the more expensive metal. And you only get that on a Cortex. You don't get that on the Armada, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a swizz there. He could have taken me out probably about now, to be honest with you, them thugs. Certainly taken all this out. I didn't have a lot of stuff at all. I wonder if that's why these were lost and I didn't notice. Yeah, probably that's why they were lost when I went, oh, there you go. So, our yellow player, Devil. The only problem with Devil is, not disrespect to him for being a 2, he's sitting back, he's turtling. And that's like meat and potato for the blue player. Now, he's going back because he knows I have a lot of Rocketeers. Now, I chose the Rocketeers over the pawns because obviously they can kite and fire, where the pawn is on. If we look at how much the Rocketeer can see, we can see all that. Look at the pawn, it's really small compared to the Rocketeer. The Rocketeer will also take out the light, the laser turrets as well, or the sentry, depending on which race you're playing. Well, the sentry and the I can't remember the Cortex version of it. I should do. The Guard, that's it. So I'm just getting a few bit of protection. Right, let's go back to one of our other players. I bet still just... He's just building wind turbines here. Not got much on the way of protection. Now we do see a little push out. I'm not too... Yeah. I would have rather had him a bit more... Taking out the metal extractors is really good. But the problem being is now he's left himself open. He needs a lot more... a hell of a lot more army than what he's got. The Blitz is a nice little unit. It is... obviously, it's a lot more powerful than Pawn. And it is fast and it fires fast. It's a really nice unit to start with. Over, let's say, the Janus or the Scout, you know? But obviously, they're more powerful. That's it. That's most of his force already gone. So I was a little bit more... We were obviously bought against Spot where this was... It's very difficult because I just say that's a vehicle, but it's a bot, I suppose. So it's vehicles against bot, which was nothing wrong with either or, to be honest with you. But the trouble is, he's just absolutely getting... This is getting ravaged. He's done the same problem as I did. Exactly the same. And then if you... This is the thing with a new... Even somebody as experienced as me, I should have been... See what I mean? I've stood still. Why not taking them? Well, I am now. But I should have just got a couple of cons out, gone round the map, and started just taking metal. Metal was the finite resource here. Look how much he's got. Look how much the Red's got. He's got everything bar this little section here. He's absolutely ranking in the resources. If we look at the... I mean, here it is. Prime example. I've got 19 and I've got 400. I've got slightly more energy, but look at the time. That's 3 times, 4 times more. That's another 4 times more. You know, I can't compete again. I'm not pushing enough out fast enough. I should have known this though, because once he didn't come there, that was the prime example to at least start. I mean, obviously I'm getting more, but the wind is terrible. I should have just gone for Solars on this one. Maybe that's it. Solars is better on this one than it is on, you know, some of the other ones. You can get away with a wind. But a wind, what you have to consider when you're looking at this, every 15 seconds the wind changes. But it transitions to that. So use a sine wave to actually be able to do it. So it'll transition to its final and then only be static for 1 or 2 seconds or maybe 5 seconds, and then it'll start then transitioning again. So that's how that works. Now I only found that out recently, so that's something you can always keep in mind, that you only have about 5 seconds of whatever it is. He's just absolutely ravaging him, as we can see. Now I'm obviously still in the game, but I'm nowhere competing here. You know, I am starting to get more up. I have got the... What I decided to... Which isn't a bad idea. I thought that was a pretty decent idea. Knowing full well, I hadn't seen any form of air. I hadn't seen any air protection or anything like that in his play. So what I thought was, I'll be sly. I'll build some air. I'll build some bombers. Because all I can see here, I can't even see any form of air being put down. I maybe should have gone direct. That would have been the better. But I was a bit worried that he would have seen it, you see, and started building. But that was more of the problem. And anyway, so our yellow play is practically out now. Although... he doesn't take him down for some other reason. Or he doesn't go and find him. He's back into Narnia. He's got 1 light artillery, a few blitzes, a light artillery there, and a dream. At least I'm sort of getting there. Now I'm getting some Centurions. Some Centurions are a lot more... they are more beefy than a mace, but they're a lot more expensive. But you think you can probably get 2 maces for the price of a Centurion, but he is beefy. And I wanted it to be able to take some of this out. What is he getting now? Now he's started on the Mammoth. So that was 14 minutes, and now he's started on a T2. I, at this point, don't even know he's got T2. He's already got bloody 2 Apices up, and I haven't even got Sweet Fanny Adams. But I am getting the bombers. We've got 4 bombers. I go for 10, I think. I think the idea's there. But it probably would have been better, instead of putting it in that, it would have been better for the T2 to come out. And then I could have got, you know, my, well, the hounds to start with, some because the hound will fire far further. I do take this out. I do make sure I'm taking that out. I probably should have just carried on, to be honest. That's another mistake. Instead of just leaving it there. Yeah, see, all of this was free. I could have just gone down there, and it would have been fine. What was... I know that was something, but I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a Fat Boy, but you can't be, because that's a Cortex player. A Fat Boy you already have in an Armada. So we've got a couple of Sumos. We've got the Mammoth. It's a powerful little unit, is the Mammoth. I call it a tiny behemoth. And I suppose in some respects it is. That was dull to me, thank you very much. So I did take this out. I should again move forward slightly. He's only got the guards. No twin guard. I think a twin guard was around. No, there's definitely no twin guards around that I can see. Look at it. He hasn't got that much. If I had to start moving around, I'd have done so much better. He is getting the Scorpion battery here, but this was a prime example. I mean, obviously he's got quite a lot of laser there. And the exploiters on the end, a couple of them. But not really that much. I now notice the Mammoth is, and he sends it back. The Fiends are now coming back. Oh, he's got a spy. Oh, he's got a invisible radar. You don't see this very often. It's like a spy. It's a spider bot. So that means you can see. He can EMP some of my stuff as well. So yeah. So that was the commander. That was Yellow Commander gone. Which I assumed he was going to go anyway after 17. So now the blue. Ah, here we go. So I send in. Oh, I do go for what I wanted. Oh, that's so unlucky. If that had got that would have gone up like a Christmas tree. Oh, that's so unlucky for me. Because that would have snapped him back to the Stone Age. That is so unlucky. I got so far with that. It's these, you see. I probably should have aimed for them, and then that would have been... Because he didn't have anything. He clearly did not have anything. I don't know what he took me out with, though. I must admit, because I can't see any air there. But that was unfortunate. So then I stopped doing that. I probably should have eaten that. And then I went for the T2. Again, I probably should have been making the T2. Now, another problem I didn't make any energy storage whatsoever. So I was stalling on energy, which is another problem I decided that I'd slap my wrist with. But look, it's just the same problem. Look at all this. He's only here. All this should have been mine. Easy mine, but it wasn't. Blue is on his own now. Now Blue can start pushing out. Again, I'm quite surprised he's not pushed out and got some more of this. Knowing full well that he thinks, well, obviously myself and Red are still in the game with each other. So I'm not going to be pushing over there. It's bad enough me trying to do this one. So I notice, ooh. Now I am taking a lot of this out. The Centurions are doing pretty well here. Against what's going on. I decided to get some light... The light gunship out. I mean, it doesn't do it with Banshee. It doesn't do a lot. I do some D-gun in here. This takes a lot of this out. These Sumos are really annoying. So, I get a couple. I'll get one there. And obviously, I've got to be careful here. I get a couple, and then I move myself back. So, I am taking them out. That's 4 left. But I haven't got a lot left, you see. That's the problem. And he's just sending this in, and I'm thinking this is a one-way ticket to annihilation here. Good game. Total annihilation. I just missed it. I could. Yeah, there we go. I got it. So I got. You see what I mean? I just. Oh, I was so annoyed with myself because I should have been playing way better than that. Even when I'm casting it, I'm saying, "Pigs, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?" You know? Oh. You make so many mistakes. I should have. When I was playing the other two, the Forest and the other ones, the recent two, I sat there and thought about it. But like I said, I hadn't been up long. I was not with it really. I shouldn't have been doing it, but I'm wanting to play some games. I'm up for it. If you guys, you know what it's like when you're up for something. Yeah, terrible. Like I put that first game, terrible. Spelt wrong. Probably still spelt wrong. I can't remember. I was not with it. I was like, oh, still in sleep mode. Anyway, let's concentrate on these two. Seeing as what's AZZ now going to do? He's building some more air for coming out. We haven't seen what he's selecting as of yet. I did have the pleasure of watching this to the end, because obviously if I don't watch it to the end and I cancel it, then I can't play the replay and record it, you see, so that's how come it works. I see, these are hoplites. Now, I don't know where the goblin is anymore. I was thinking, like, is these T2? I can't see this. No, it's only a... I'm sure... Excuse me. Terebius. See, I don't know these units at all. But I was trying to find a goblin because I thought, well, that's a goblin in it. But maybe they've changed it recently. There's no goblin anymore. At least I knew one of the Legion units, you know what I mean, which is this. The Sheldon's fine. We're getting some Pounders out, and we've still got the Mammoth. We've got a Jammer. Not as many as I would have liked, but, you know, I can't really critique these people, can I? Because I was terrible today. But you can see, you know, you can see the skill level difference between... Well, take me out the equation, because whatever. Of like a 2 chevron to what these are. I mean, I don't even know. Say that's a command, a captain, and he would be a general. That's the difference in play. He might have 1,000 hours in this game, for all we know. I mean, yes, it changes, but... So the hoplites are just coming out. Now, these are the heavy gun rail. The Legions are getting so weird. I mean, like I said before, originally they were more like a Cortex and Armada sort of units, but now they're getting their own unique look and feel. I'll just have to keep an eye on that and see if the hoplite is the new one and change from what the Goblin was. I don't really know. See, the Sheldon will do quite well, but the trouble is, what the hell is this? Oh, it's a little rascal. I was thinking that was a bedbug then, but no. It's unusual to see the rascal on at this stage of the map. It doesn't come out, you know what I mean? That's why I was like questioning it. That's why I had to select the units and thinking, is that what I think it is? So the incisors are just gonna push. They are pushing themselves around here. It's a bit one-way traffic. It would have been nice to send one way and one other, because then the red player has to divide his units. At the moment, he just has to go forward because that's what blue's doing. But yeah, you see, this cannot be transferred by the ticks, so there's no way that I could have sent them out to destroy Yella or whatever. I mean, that would have been probably a better way. Sending stuff out to destroy the Yella, which would have refreed the blue, and he would have gone for the red. You see what I'm saying? And then I would have been able to go for the red as well. So it would have been, I would have been at the end, but maybe that was asking for me too much at this time of the morning. Although saying that, it is nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, but It was a long night last night. It was a 4:30 in the morning, so you can understand why I'm saying But these hoplites they're quite little dead with the railgun. I mean, it doesn't. It's not like they're really taking a lot of damage. But when you're firing them, so much of them at the time, it is taking a lot of damage. Now this has all been taken out now by the Fiend. There was some metal storage there, and he'd left it, but he went back and took it out. He lost his Fiends in the process, though. See, these sumos are right. These sumos, they're pretty tanky. It was my favourite unit until, like I said before, I got more and more seeing this the sharpshooter, and that was the favourite one. It's just how it waddles. It waddles into. I think it reminds me. Is it the Cortex T2? Is it the T1 or the T2? Where it's weird. It's not on like a rail or anything. It walks over. For some unknown reason, it just doesn't make any sense why. Why a faction would make a walking construction. I suppose it can transfer a lot better. But anyway, these simmers will get taken out, but they are quite tanky, like I said. Like I said, I think that no disrespect to the blue here. I think he should have been sending more units down this corridor to basically make the red have to do more work. At the moment, he doesn't have to do more work. He just has to send every single thing forward. Because he's sending it here. I mean, look, there's his corridor here. That's all he needs to send. There's nothing coming down here whatsoever to take out. In fact, his main commander's sat there. Or is that one of them? I think he re-resed mine. The scoundrel. That's mine, you scoundrel. But yeah, so that's the Achilles heel. I'm glad this is working because I started casting the first time and I couldn't move around the map. Every time I moved, it zoomed in and out for some reason. I don't know what that was about, but there's obviously a bug somewhere that I absolutely came across. Closed it down, restarted, tested another map that was making, and then I went to this one. It was fine. Anyway, so we've got some Fiends, some Scout. Oh no, Brutes, sorry. Wrong one. I always get them mixed up because the Scout is obviously the Armada version and the Brute is the Cortex version. I look at it and it just looks like it just looks the same as a Scout to me. It's slightly different. Now we see another thing. He's eating up all of this metal that's coming available as well. So he's feeding his infrastructure here really well. He doesn't really need any more of this, to be honest. An insector. What a weird unit some of these are. I got to admit, I do like the look of the Legion things, but I have no idea how to play it. I think it's just easy, for me, it's just easy to stick with. I mean, I know some of the people said, oh, you should be playing Cortex, because then you'll get used to, the unit that you're fighting against, or whatever, which is true. You can understand the logic behind it. But I struggle enough with the Armada half of the time, never mind anything else. So we've got a couple of commanders here. That thinks is his first original one. Oh, he didn't degun them. I thought he was going to degun them. That would have been a nice one in line. Yes. This looks like just a bigger, weird gunship where they come from, underneath to hold it up, which I think is a bit like the F-35. Or actually, if you're England, I think it was the Sea Harrier, or the Harrier Jump Jet, as its full title. Beautiful aircraft to see. But anyway, these pounders won't do much, but they'll just take the infrastructure. See what he's doing, which I can see is pointy. He's taking out the metal. the biggest thing to starve another person is take out their metal, and that's what he's doing. It doesn't matter what they're building, because eventually he won't have the infrastructure to be able to build anything, which any of the units then you do take out will obviously have a problem. So this, to me, is brilliant. You don't see this enough by he's just absolutely ranking up the metal on his side, as we can see here. 1 point something compared to only 150. So that's, in some respects, that's 10 times as much metal that he's bashing out and getting back. And it stops the blue doing it. But the blue's not. He didn't take anything out. Obviously, he looks like he's doing a tactical nuke here, I think. Yeah, tactical nuke. But where's he sending it to? Oh, he's sending it into here. Oh. That was a lovely play. But obviously he's already got this protected, so that's it's a lot of resource just to do the tactical nuke to take down not really that many units. The dragon is here. Now the dragon's a lovely unit. It will do some damage against ground and air. It's not the biggest air thing to take it down, but I don't think it does air, actually. I think it's just a ground unit. I don't think it has, talking about that, I don't think it has anti-air capabilities. I might be wrong. Oh, I suppose it's going to fire its lasers at the air, isn't it? That's what it's going to do. So, yeah, I suppose it does have anti-air in that respect. Tanky Mammoth, a.k.a. Small Behemoth, or Tiny. I think this is what it should come out. It should be Tiny Behemoth. Because that's what it basically is. Although they obviously have the behemoth has this. I don't know if you class it as a ball or just a big circular gun that blasts things out. Whereas obviously the mammoth has a laser instead. But it just reminds me of a small behemoth. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way it ambles on. It's flipping tanky, as we can tell. Never mind 1, but we've got 4 here. Well, actually, we've got more, because we've got a couple at the top. Now, we are taking out these strongholds as well. He is actually starting to break this blue down, bit by bit. But I was just surprised why the blue was not pushing down and around. Like I said, if he'd have been pushing down this back here as well, all this would have been taken out. There's nothing. There's absolutely, relatively nothing there, as we see, to just take this down. Oh, this is this waddly T2. It's really weird. But anyway, let's go back to the fight. Go back to the fight. So once this Aphis goes, this will be it then, I assume, because this will be absolute like an... Yeah, look at that go on. Oh, and again. Yeah, he decided to bail. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that. My apologies for my terrible play. But don't forget to check out PigsTV and .com, and there's always more coming. See if I can play better. And we will see you. I'm just waiting for it to finish. In the next one. Bye for now.